Hello everyone! We're back again for another topic. Are you ready for another learning session? Now let's get started! Welcome to class! I hope everyone's doing great! Today's lesson in English 8 Module 5, we will discuss recognizing positive and negative messages conveyed in a text. We will focus on the definition and examples of ethos, pathos, and logos. This lesson will also help you recognize positive and negative messages conveyed in a text. This is also helpful in many different learning situations. The language used recognizes the diverse vocabulary level of students. At the end of this lesson, students are expected to define propaganda, enumerate the different propaganda techniques, identify what is expressed or asserted in a reading text, examine biases in a reading text, recognize imperatives in a text, and discuss persuasive and advertisement for its use of ethos, pathos, and logos. Before we begin, let us first have a quick review. Determine the issue presented in each item. A. Social. B. Economic. C. Moral. Number 1. Price increase in most essential items. Number 2. Teenage pregnancy in the Philippines. Number 3. Bullying in social media. Number 4. The speedy transmission of virus. Number 5. Closure of big businesses. Let's check your answer. Very good! Your answers are correct. Persuasive strategies. Aristotle is a famous philosopher who wrote an amazing range of subjects from logic, philosophy, and ethics to physics, biology, psychology, politics, and rhetoric. The word philosopher means the one who loves wisdom. Aristotle's 3 rhetoric proofs, ethos, logos, and pathos, have been employed as persuasive strategies for thousands of years. More recently, persuasive strategies have been identified based on theories and evidence related to human psychology. Aristotle's rhetoric has had an enormous influence on the development of the art of rhetoric. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion. The goal of persuasion is to change others' point of view or to move others to take action. Rhetoric also informs us about the cognitive features of language and style. Now there are 3 methods of persuasion: the ethos, pathos, and logos. As you analyze an argument, ask yourself, is the argument persuasive? To whom is the persuasion directed to? As you analyze an advertisement, ask yourself, is it ethical? Does it make you feel a strong emotion? Does it make you use your sense of reason? Let's find the answer as we continue with our lesson. Let's begin with ethos. Ethos means costume or character in Greek. Today, ethos is used to refer to the practices or values that distinguish one person, organization, or society from others. As originally used by Aristotle, it referred to a man's character or personality, especially in its balance between passion and caution. Ethos also refers to the credibility of a speaker and includes 3 dimensions: the competence, trustworthiness, and dynamism. For example, Your dentist recommends you using a sensitive toothpaste. You may not understand anything, but you follow your dentist because you believe that she knows what she is talking about. Now let's talk about the 3 dimensions of ethos. Number 1. Competence refers to the perception of the speaker's expertise in relation to the topic being discussed. Number 2. Trustworthiness refers to the degree that audience or members perceive a speaker to be presenting accurate, credible information in a non-manipulative way. And number 3. Dynamism refers to the degree to which audience or members perceive a speaker to be outgoing and animated. Let's move on to pathos. Pathos refers to emotional appeals. Aristotle was suspicious of too much emotional appeal, yet this appears to have become more acceptable in public speaking. An effective use of pathos will alter the mindset of the audience through the use of emotional appeal. Speakers develop pathos by vivid language, figurative language, and personal stories. For example, if you decide not to come on your grandmother's birthday, it would break her heart. Another one, if we don't adopt the puppy, he may never find a home. Lastly is the logos. Logos refers to the reasoning or logic of an argument presented to your audience, providing them the facts and statistics or making historical analogies. The presence of fallacies would obviously undermine a speaker's appeal to logos. Speakers appeal to logos by presenting factual information, deriving conclusion from known information, and using credible testimony, definition, and statistics. For example, people who ate chocolate are 75% happier than those who don't. So let's eat chocolate every day. Another one, if you do not turn in your assignment, your grades will suffer. Before we end our lesson, I want you to remember this. Ethos relates to the credibility of a speaker. Speakers develop ethos by appearing competent, trustworthy, and dynamic, sharing their credentials and/or relevant personal experience, presenting a balanced and non-coercive argument, citing credible sources, using appropriate language and grammar, being perceived as likable, and appearing engaged with the topic and audience through effective delivery. Logos relates to the reasoning and logic of an argument. Speakers appeal to logos by presenting factual, objective information that serves as reason to support the argument, presenting a sufficient amount of relevant examples to support a proposition, deriving conclusion from known information, and using credible supporting material like expert testimony, definitions, statistics, and literal or historical analogies. Last one is the pathos. Pathos relates to the arousal of emotion through speech. Speakers appeal to pathos by using vivid language to paint word pictures for audience members, providing lay testimony, like personal stories from self or others, using figurative language such as metaphor, similes, and personification, and using vocal variety, cadence, and repetition. Thank you for joining today's class. You can watch the part 2 of this video lessons of Module 5 in this channel, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.